my crib, you know. Now let me show you my ride. Come on, walk this way. This is my drive-through. You know, first we got right here an old school ass 1970s Toyota. And it runs pretty slow, but I'm not ashamed of that. My next ride is this red car right here. You know, it's a V6 GT Grande, getting pretty quick. And I got like, I can't even drive this shit no more. But anyway, let me show you inside my crib. Come on. So this is the inside of my crib. Welcome. Welcome to the inside of my crib. Paco, man. What's up, dog? You always in my crib, man. I don't even know when you get here. Anyway, this is a big screen TV. Big screen TV. 34-inch LCD. This is the living room combined with the dining room. You know what I'm saying? Family pictures, you know. You know what I'm saying? You know, my daughter, she graduated this year, 09. My son, he is now in college. This is my sister-in-law. Her baptism was August 30th. We got stereo system. Let me show you the master bedroom first. This is the master bedroom. My parents live with me, you know, share my riches with my parents. So I gave them the master bedroom. You know, that's where all of their magic happens, as you can see. You know what I mean? And I bought them about a 12-inch TV, you know. It's not plasma, but, you know, I gotta hook them up. I hooked my mama up with her little baby pack, her little lamp, you know what I mean? Alright, come on, man, let me show you the other bedroom. This is my youngest daughter's bedroom. I mean, I had to hook her up, you know. I hooked her up with the pink bed, you know. She's a fan of pink. You know what I'm saying? I got her with the dolls. I bought her all these dolls. I painted her room white because it was blue. You know, I got to make the pink stand out. You know, her closet. I bought her all this, you know. Got to make sure my baby stays warm. So anyway, come on, let's go to the kitchen. The kitchen, where all the cooking is made, you know. It's not really that big. It's pretty small, but we got the pans, we got the stove, we got the microwave. We got cups, a sink, dishwasher, the fridge, you know. I seen all the MTVs, you know. What's up? I seen all the MTV shows, you know. They always show their fridge, so I'm going to show you mine. It's pretty empty, you know. In the freezer, we got a lot of meat, you know, in the freezer. I'm not really a big drinker, but I let my father, I love my father. You know, I buy him, you know, he buys his little Coronas, you know what I'm saying? Every Mexican drinks Coronas or Miller Lite, you know what I mean? So, you know, we got the milk, the tortillas, the diet sodas is for my mother, you know? But anyway, that's enough with that. Let me show you the restroom. This is the red room, you know, a small piece of shit, but, you know, shower, take a dookie, you know, you want to sit here, you know what I'm saying? With your little newspaper, you know what I mean? That's where magic happens too, you know. The sink. Enough with that. This is the game room. We got nothing but a computer, flat screen. We got the computer chair. You know, the purse is not mine. It's my mother's. We got the seat. You know, we got the posters. Look at the posters. Got Daddy Yankee. You know, I think he's alright. He burned the Mexican flag, which is why he's a little bitch. But he's alright. And if it's not true, I'm sorry for calling you that. 50 Cent. He's a G right there. That's my guy. Eminem. You know, I made a single with him. Religious posters, you know what I'm saying? And that's that. So this is the basement. This is where we do the laundry. We got another bathroom right here. Another bathroom right here. It's a smaller bathroom. You know, second bathroom just in case. We got the table. Don't look at this. We got the little cabinet right there. We got Wonder Woman. You know, big fan, you know what I'm saying? We got the Super Nintendo. I bet you haven't seen one of these since 1990, whatever. We have a Super Nintendo We got another broken DVD down there. We got the movies, we got the games for the PS2. We got the little stereo system and more family pictures. My son's room. Son, are you in here? Okay, he's not. This is his room. Very nice, very nice. Got the weights. And he told me his girlfriend gave him the Scooby-Doo and the teddy bear. I really hope so, that, you know, hoping that's true. But my son is 14 now. He should not be playing with teddy bears. But I love you, son. You know, you say your girlfriend gave them to you. I believe you. I hooked up my son, you know. He's 14. You know, I had to hook him up with the little Carmelo Anthony jersey, you know what I mean? I had to hook him up with the Spurs and the Bulls jersey, you know what I mean? He has little collector hats, you know. He's a Jordan fan. Hooked him up with the shoes, you know. I had to, you know, everybody has to have a pair of these. Hooked him up with a fish tank, you know. I gave him 2 fishes, cause he had 6, but the other ones ate the rest of them. So we stayed with 2. You know, I hooked him up with his alarm clock, you know, to go to school, you know the time, you know, his business, his tag, his PS2, his TV, you know. That's about it. Let me show you my granddaughter's grandma's room. This is the room. You know, we all got a TV in our room, you know, with the little less than a foot long TV. It's not even a widescreen, but you know, it's good enough to watch something, you know. When you want to see George Lopez at 10:30 at night, you gotta shake this motherfucker so you can see it clear, you know what I mean? So anyway, you know, she's very pretty. A bunch of guys give her a bunch of cards on Valentine's Day, Sweetie's Day, you know what I'm saying? She got her shit, got a little alarm clock, you know, the bed. Anyway, come on. We got the heater. And that's about it.
Now walk it out. Now walk it out. Now walk it out. DJ.
Alright, MTV. You see my house, you see my kitchen, you see my stuff. Now get the fuck out of my house.